I found the best way to stand out is to trust your gut. It's very easy to overcalculate, overproduce a brand. For us, we like to really focus on making things more approachable, more vibrant, standing out from the shelves.
So make sure that the packaging is there to get the purchase, the price point's there to make it an easy sale. That's the key. My name is Evan Schumann. I am the president of Bella Winery.
I am Marisa Sergi-Schumann, the CEO. I got started in winemaking from a very young age. I actually have a elementary school memory book that I wrote my goals and dreams in. I know in 5th grade I wrote that I wanted to be a winemaker. I have been surrounded by the Italian tradition of winemaking from birth pretty much. My grandparents immigrating here from Italy, bringing that tradition, always having my father's friends over for dinner meals, and just seeing that growing up was really special. So every fall they would bring in fresh grapes and crush it in our backyard, and it was so much fun trying the fresh juice. And when my father started Bella in the early 2000s, I was in 7th or 8th grade, and seeing that come together was really exciting. So I was like, wow, what could I do when I graduate high school? And realized that Cornell University offered a enology and viticulture program, which is a science of winemaking and grape growing. And fast forward to 2020, Evan and I came together and put our life savings into a down payment to afford our SBA loan to fully acquire the business for my parents so they could retire and we could write our own next chapter of Bella.
Our company was originally founded as a juice business and as a home winemaking supply store. So back in the early 2000s, when Marisa's father first started the business, we were bringing in wine juices from different parts of the world and selling them to the local market here for people that wanted to take the juice home and ferment it into wine. So as the business progressed and we had product left over for at the end of the season, we'd ferment that out and turn it into wine, and hence how the winery first started. So today it's still a piece of our business. It's only about 25 to 30% of our revenue. We've of course significantly grown our wine business to overtake that aspect of our company. But again, today it's still a portion of our business. The area that we just walked through is our dock and staging area. So all orders that go out of this facility are staged in the dock area and then of course go out from that warehouse. We decided to stay here in Ohio, both, I believe, for family purposes. And of course, the winery was being founded in Ohio. Many of our products were imported from other regions of the United States. And so when we decided to acquire the company, of course, it just made sense to stay here in our home market where the facility is. And we're a bit unique in terms of how we operate as a winery because we don't grow any of our own grapes. So while we don't have the luxury of having our own estate, we do have the luxury of being able to grow quickly because we don't have the restrictions of our own vineyard to restrict our growth. So because of that, we are able to source product from all over the country, and we're able to produce all kinds of unique products that aren't limited to specific regions. And that's what's been unique for us to be able to grow our business. So for us, being in Ohio is only a value add because we're right in the midst of our major retailers, and it just allows us to be closer to our customers.
My name is Garrett Latanzio, and I'm the head winemaker here at Bella. I think Bella being in this area is great because, we were able to sort of fly under the radar a bit and build our brands up. Being able to hire some people here, give others an opportunity in this area and kind of get out our products. And it's unique because it's not, we're not in California, fighting with 20 other wineries around us. We're sort of isolated here, so it's nice that we have that and we're able to kind of be a big player in a small area, but yet as we do that, expand outwards too. So these are our 4 outdoor fermentation tanks. So the basics of fermentation is sugar and yeast, and that bubbling shows us that it's a nice, active, healthy fermentation. So each of these is about 7,200 gallons, and these are fully jacketed and temperature controlled, so we can do fermentations out here any time of the year.
We found that a lot of our consumers are looking for sweeter profiles, and what was really exciting about our opportunity being located in Ohio, a lot of our customers are looking for that profile locally. When we're sourcing more local grape, it's able to be of a high quality wine, but able to pass on that savings to our customer, which allows us to be well priced in the retail space without sacrificing quality. So being able to take our talents with winemaking and knowing branding and marketing, we've coupled that into making well-balanced profiles that match vibrant brands in store.
My name is Jeff Stone. I represent corporate affairs and public relations in the Walmart in Boardman, Ohio. 2017, 2016, there was a young lady that came to the Columbus market. I was actually a store manager back then, and she was selling and promoting and pitching her wine. I never knew who she was, but when she left, I never would forget her because it was such a great discussion and conversation about the product. She talked about how it was manufactured here in Ohio, which piqued my interest. It's very important to promote Ohio branded product because we know that when we promote U.S. manufacturing in Ohio, it's going to create jobs, it's going to satisfy the customers, and it's going to serve the needs of our community because we're creating jobs. It was great value, good quality, at a fantastic price.
The types of customers that we are focused on are, of course, Gen Z and millennials, but we also have a large market in the age brackets between 25 and 45, specifically women, but also men between 35 and 65.
I am Nikki Fury. I work for Family Business, which is Sparkle Markets.
I'm Steve McGinty. I'm the Senior Director for Beer, Wine, and Liquor for Giant Eagle.
Most of the customers that buy this wine are like me. They're women. They're in their mid-20s to like their early 40s, and they really love the Purple Rain. That's our #1 seller through all of our Sparkle Markets.
They don't look like a lot of other wine brands that are very, maybe a classic look. So I think they've gone after a wider demographic, and I think the brand has that type of appeal to it. That's the thing that's really created so much excitement for our customers.
They just love it because it is sweet, it's fruity, and it's a nice introduction to wine.
Our brands are great for new wine consumers that are curious about the space because our labels aren't chateau facing. Most of them, especially our passion brand, you could almost taste the wine by looking at the label. Bold fruit, the alcohol percentage is highlighted in a nice circle so you don't have to search it for many minutes in the wine aisle trying to figure out the location. We have easy descriptors and a profile that's sweet, crisp, refreshing, well balanced, something that is very approachable for anyone that's either a wine consumer or just curious about wine.
Over the course of the business, we've raised around $3 million between debt and equity. The last valuation raise was at a $15 million post-money valuation. Since we have acquired the business, our distribution footprint has grown 300%. We've entered 9 new markets since the acquisition. In terms of retailer growth, we've grown anywhere between 120 and 1,200% in any specific retailer, from Giant Eagle to Walmart to Meijer.
And we've been able to maintain growth year over year, even with new market entry and maintaining a foothold.
We've also grown steady depletions on average anywhere between 25 to 30% year over year in terms of total global depletions in all of our markets.
We definitely consider ourselves a growing company, but also an underdog. It depends on who's looking at us. I feel that the wine industry as a whole, like the wineries that are producing products for retail, might not still see us as a big player, but our retailers see our data, our sell-through, and the opportunity with working with us. So we've been able to expand to quite amount of doors the last 2 years because of what we've been able to accomplish on the shelf. But we're kind of balancing that out right now, which it's a really exciting time for us. The biggest misconception for being a young entrepreneur is that we're not experienced or not prepared. And what I love to do is walk into a room knowing my facts, figures, and all the data, and showing that any room, any opportunity that we've came prepared and ready to rock it. Being a young entrepreneur, Evan and myself lived out of a suitcase for over 8 years, couch surfing, cheap hotels, going anywhere we could to spread the word about the product and what we're doing. And when we closed on our home, it was such an amazing feeling, but also I was able to pack and unpack my makeup bag for the first time in 8 years. So it was really exciting, and we really cherish our time at home and are grateful for those moments as well.
Being married and operating a business together is always challenging, of course. Marisa and I, when we took the business over, we both kind of sat down and agreed that we'd speak from one voice. And so we, of course, have internal discussions quite often, and then how that gets translated to the team is spoken between both of us and made sure that it comes from one voice. So I handle certain aspects of the business and Marisa handles other aspects of the business. I think the number one thing that drives the success for us is mutual respect. If you don't have that, you don't respect what the other person is saying and doing, then you're bound to fail. And so it's really important to both of us that we get back to common ground and understand if we don't agree on something, which doesn't happen very often, that there's a common ground of what direction is best. And at the end of the day, we're both looking for the best interest of the business and both looking for the best interest of the overall organization.
I think being married for me and working together, especially the last 12 months, I've realized the importance of vulnerability and communication. And we've definitely learned a lot about one another, and we've really built a stronger foundation than ever. I am feeling really excited about our future together and, of course, with the business. It's so funny. I'm all about just energy and understanding just how the market feels and how conversations or situations feel, and we really try to read one another really well, especially working together, and I feel that we're more in sync than ever, especially with the stronger communication that we've built.
Yeah. That being said, of course, there's challenges every day,
Yeah.
and we argue and we get frustrated with each other, and so transitioning that from home vacation is very challenging. We fight with that every day, and I think a lot of people in our position probably have a similar issue, and something that we work on consistently. But overall, I think in terms of what we have and what we're doing, we're very fortunate to be able to work with each other the way we do. But there's always room for improvement.
Currently, Luva Bella is in over 5,000 stores nationally. Looking at all the new ads we just got with Food Lion and Target, we just found out today that we are going to start selling in Target, North Carolina, so very excited about that.
Yes. We have looked at expanding outside of the U.S., Puerto Rico in particular, for some data trends that we've seen for some of our flavor profiles in our products. However, right now we have so much ground to cover still domestically that it's a little bit of a stretch for us right now.
We are very excited to be sharing our new items in the next few months. We just launched our Passion Orange Mimosa and our Passion Party Punch, which will be in all Meijer stores in Ohio starting in the fall. And I'm sure we'll have more locations as well, but Meijer was the first chain to see the opportunity with those 2 new SKUs. Going back to our original premise with especially our passion branding, we really wanted to create a wine that was approachable for not only those who like wine or are curious about wine, but are also enjoying RTDs and seltzers, a brand and an item that is approachable and not typically seen in the wine department, but is wine-based.
I really love seeing that she has come this far. I mean, I remember several years ago just talking about it, her telling me about this dream that she's doing now, and she's living it. And you know, a lot of people, they have these dreams and they don't take off, or it takes forever. But she just said, you know what, I'm putting my foot in the door and I'm getting in, and she has. Whatever she wants to put in here, it's always a yes. Because, you know, she comes in and she promotes, and we try to help promote her as much. So whatever path she wants to go, we will always support her 100%. As I believe, we are the first stores that have agreed to carry her when she first started, and will continue to carry her, you know, because her product works.
I think based upon what we've seen since the genesis of the relationship in 2016 and how it has exponentially grown, I think that the sky is the limit. So as Louisville continues to evolve, we can be part of that success story.
We started out with just a handful of stores, and we now are up to 100 stores. They have distribution in every one of our stores. So we're excited to see the evolution of the brands and how the brands can continue to grow. So we think we're just at the beginning. We've doubled our business with them over the past 3 or 4 years, and we think we've just scratched the surface.
I want my legacy to be really based on the success of this organization. We've already grown from a local winery to distributing our products in 9 states, but we have so much more to grow and so far to continue to go.
I would like my legacy to be knowing that I've put my best foot forward every day in this industry or in my personal life to take time to help people, do the right thing, and keep building something special. And I'm able to do that through Louisville Winery.